Thanks for your words, Michaela. It's students like you that inspire all of us on this stage, so great job. Complex ideas are simple ones rearranged. Much to my surprise, I said this as a 20-something undergraduate, but it's been a guiding principle as I've changed jobs, careers, and invested in my own learning and development. Our Chief Academic Officer, Mr. Ryan Bartlemay, talks about collective intelligence, which basically posits that ideas are not exclusive to ourselves, but that we borrow those ideas from others. So in truth, I probably found this thought in the works of many others, philosophers like John Locke, writers like Henry Hazlitt, my classmates like David Corey, and former professors like Dr. Kenneth Bain. Let me return to this concept shortly. Our theme today is Our Legacy, Your Future. Our legacy references all of us. It also refers to the institution that has brought us together, Kendall College. Kendall was founded in 1934 by those who wanted to create access to education with two-year liberal arts degrees. Let's pause a moment to reflect.
The year was 1934, right in the middle of what could be the worst economic depression this country will ever experience. Certainly not an opportune time to launch a new institution. But two Scandinavian Methodist seminaries had a vision, the Evanston Collegiate Institute. In 1950, the institution's name changed to reflect the financial generosity of the Kendall family.
In 1952, my dad became board chair and held that position until 1968.
When I attended Kendall, it was a junior college in Evanston geared towards diverse students from working-class families. It was a commuter school, although dorm rooms were available for those who could afford them.
In 2005, Kendall College moved from Evanston, Illinois to Chicago's Goose Island, known as the Riverworks campus.
That was a terrific move because we work a lot with industry people. We're able to grab somebody from the industry to bring them directly to our classroom to do like a 40-minute presentation.
Shortly after the college was acquired by Laureate International Universities, the college name started to be recognized around the world. In response, the logo changed from Riverworks Campus to Chicago, United States of America.
And yet, bringing an international student body into Kendall changed the fabric of who we are in a really positive way.
The first image that I have from Kendall is that they make you feel very welcome. As an international student, they feel you welcome and that you have all the support that you need.
Kendall's business program can be traced back to the 1970s. The program has undergone modifications to make it even more relevant and in tune with the demands of today's workplace environment.
Kendall's expansion into the culinary arts and hospitality management in the mid-'80s occurred on its Evanston campus, but the culinary program outgrew that facility, leading us to move to a much larger location, the former Sara Lee loft space on North Branch Street.
Now we have exceptional teaching, exceptional facility, magic happens. It's always about the people. And it's the people that have made this place what Kendall is.
I've had quite a bit of experience working with Kendall students. They're very well educated and they're very well prepared. And I think that Kendall gives them the foundation to go into the real world and actually get a job. Kendall was one of the foundations that set the tone to where I am in my career today.
In 1994, the Early Childhood Education Bachelor's Program with the Illinois Teacher Certification was recognized by the state of Illinois. Since then, Kendall's now fully online ECE program has graduated thousands of amazing educators around the country.
This is our math wall. I teach multiplication, and I learned certain techniques at Kendall that make it stick and stay. So when children go and take a test, they know the information and they retain it.
As I look back on 20 years, it's been an honor to work with those people. These are people who have a depth of knowledge that I don't have.
I've been at Kendall for 50 years, so obviously I've had a lot of experiences. From the Vietnam War protests and winning sports teams to the massive computer system gift from General Electric, my memories of the Evanston campus will remain with me forever.
I'm going to be celebrating my 55th wedding anniversary with this young lady I met at Kendall. And now we have 2 boys. One has 2 daughters. The other one has 3 boys. Without Kendall, I wouldn't have that.
Along the way, the faculty and staff, administration, we're trying to help the students be the best people they could be, not just academically, but in their character, their integrity, what they were going to contribute to society.
Kendall provided the foundational education needed to be successful in life.
Kendall has been a blessing in my life and in the life of my family, and we'll be forever grateful.
It's a wonderful place. I have great memories. I've made great connection, great friends with faculty, students. I cannot regret the move at all.
Henry Adams, the historian, said that teacher's job is rather awesome, that you never know where their influence stops.
There's something special here.
So Kendall followed the footsteps of another Chicago-founded institution, National Louis University, or NLU. Pending final regulatory approvals, Kendall College will start a new chapter at NLU. But importantly, Kendall's legacy will remain intact, especially through passionate alumni, including you very soon, who have been and always will be a part of Kendall's story. You see, Kendall is not tethered to a physical location, but to the ideas and mission that it personifies and the people it impacted. Those ideas and its name will persist. And speaking of legacy, I would like to take a moment to honor someone who has left an indelible mark on Kendall. He has been on faculty for an incredible 50 years, and you saw him in the video we just showed. Dr. Zimmerman. National Louis University and the Kendall College Trust intend to honor you with the Dr. John Zimmerman Scholarship over the next 2 years. Consider this a small token of appreciation for the impact you have had on so many and the legacy you leave. Please stand and let us show you our gratitude. In your future, the other pillar of our commencement theme, you are bound to face situations that you haven't seen, a dish that you haven't made, a customer request that you haven't heard, a young child acting in an unpredictable way, or a business plan that's behind schedule. The world is indeed complex, but your educational foundation from Kendall College maps out the tools to help you work through life's challenges. These scenarios I mentioned deliberately relate to your field of study, but you may ultimately move beyond your degree, much like our commencement speaker, Ms. Felicia Davis did, a perfect example of a lifelong learner, as she has transitioned across a range of different jobs. You will hear from her shortly, and I hope you will be inspired by her example. But first, I have a few more thoughts to share. Embracing your future and the legacy you want to leave behind are one and the same. Just 2 points in time. Legacy is looking back, future is looking forward, but they meet in the present, in this moment. Complex ideas are simple ones rearranged. So I asked a few graduates to share their thoughts with me on the legacy they want to leave and the future they see for themselves. I would like to highlight a few excerpts from those discussions. In response to her future, Zeynep Mutluson, a culinary arts graduate from Turkey, told me, I want to open up my own restaurant or business in the food industry and be my own boss. My parents inspired me to do this since they own their own restaurant back home in Istanbul. I know this will not come right away, but I know that through all the hard work I will put in, it will be possible to achieve my goals and dreams. Kendall College helped me envision what my future will hold. One of our early childhood education graduates, Nilofer Kanji, spoke passionately about her goal. The main long-term goal that I hope to achieve is to work hands-on in underdeveloped countries, training teachers to work with families to improve the early childhood development of their children, as a result, improving their quality of life. And finally, our very eloquent commencement speaker and business graduate, Michaela Turner, said, "My aspirations 10 years from now would be to own my own candy company called Mickey Chews." Ring a bell? With Mickey Chews, I plan to use the profits to educate and promote a positive view about acknowledging mental health issues and receiving treatment for people of color and in rural and urban communities. On her legacy, Brandy Freeberg, a culinary arts graduate, told me, "I would hope it would be my passion. The passion I have for my work is only outdone by my passion for my family and friends." Kaoli Al-Khatib, an early childhood education graduate, said about her legacy, "I would like to be remembered as the student who is determined to persevere and flourish despite the many obstacles which stood in my way. I am a 43-year-old mother of 3, and getting my college degree has been a long journey." Nick Pignatari, hospitality manager graduate, told me, "I want a legacy in which people remember that I never thought the norm was a place to settle. I always thought outside the box, no matter how abstract or impractical my ideas may be. I never said no to a challenge." Jocelyn Figueroa, a business graduate, said, and this is a perfect one to cap off my student quotes, "I walk as someone who came in with low expectations and came out as a woman with greater possibilities. Despite my age and social differences with my peers, I learned to adapt and mix with my fellow classmates. I created an open network with colleagues from all around the world. I look forward to keeping these doors open and these relationships solid. Graduation will be a bittersweet moment, but it's not goodbye, but more or less a see you later." Wow, what a group. And these are only the quotes I included. Graduates, we could not be more excited for your future and the legacy you will leave. Let's give our graduates a warm round of applause. In closing, you're waiting for that. I could see it. When you leave here and you struggle with a new problem or challenge, remember you can do it. You learned how to persist and overcome challenges here at Kendall and from the people in this room and outside. Your learning will continue, and through this learning, you will leave your own legacy, in many cases, by rearranging simple ideas in the process. Complex ideas are simple ones rearranged.